What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So finally, some of you have known I've waited a long time for these. You know what we're talking about because you can see them in the thumbnail and the title. We've got the Shadow 10s finally. I bought these at 6:07 a.m. on launch day from Shoe Palace. It is 12/6. It is December 6th. These came out on November 19th. Over 2 weeks it took for me to get these damn shoes from them. And it was looking like they were about to screw me and cancel the order. I got on the phone. No, sir, it's still reserved. We just haven't shipped it yet. We're backed up, so thank God. We got them at retail. True size 8.5. Let's check them out together because these are fire. Let's kick it. So, like I mentioned, my true size of 8.5, charred gray, true red, and black. Not your typical box for the Jordan 10. This is a storytelling historical box. It's nice looking. They got it on a few releases this year, but has the hardwood look to the side. Let's grab one. We got standard, nothing special paper. Let's grab a shoe. Well separated, because the nubuck here seems to be decent quality. Of course, I took one out and looked at it already. I was eagerly waiting for this pair of shoes to come in. So, yeah, I immediately took them out and checked them, which I would assume all of you would do as well. So, I know this probably isn't the first video you see of these. Some of you watching this have them already. Man, they're beautiful. Storytelling traction. Let's start down here and run through them, shall we? Let's get a focus. 85 Rookie of the Year. Come on, focus for me. '85 Rookie of the Year, 86 63 points, 87 scoring title, 88 dunk champ, 89 all defense, 90 scores, 69 points, 91 MVP championship, 92 MVP championship, 93 MVP championship, 94 left to play baseball. That's basically what that means. As we move up, look around the back at that red embroidered Jumpman, which the Jumpmans face different directions as they should. Let's get up close so you can see that embroidery and stitching a little bit better. There we go. You can see the change in the color with the nubuck. This is actually really nice nubuck. And the tumble leather, though thin, is decent. It's soft. Feels the polyurethane coating is very, very thin on it. The cut is decent, but it is genuine leather. Very, very nice. You got the speed lacing system similar to the way the 9s were, with the rope style laces, and then you have that checkerboard pattern in the collar and on the back side of the tongue. If I don't drop the shoes in my lap, we could take a look at it, which I've always liked that about it, this checkerboard pattern. We get it to focus, there we go. And then printed and pressed, not printed, but pressed into the tongue, Air Jordan 23. You have a Phylon midsole, rather dense. Now, this leather is nothing special. It is still pretty soft. It's a decent cut of leather on this Rand. They're decent. Now, the toe cap makes the 10s look like a freaking boot. That's why I didn't buy the steel 10s. I think the steel 10s look terrible with a toe cap. And I've seen the East Bay picture of these when they were supposed to have a black toe cap. These would have been awful with a toe cap. Awful with that black toe cap. I don't know how many of you have seen the picture of that. Awful, terrible. It would be the ugliest Jordan ever, in my opinion. Thank God that wasn't what went out in production. But full-length air sole inside the Phylon midsole. I don't remember what kind of insole we're supposed to have. I would love polyurethane. It's probably Dream Cell. Let's see. We're going to pull it out. It feels like it might be polyurethane. Oh, it's polyurethane. Nike Air on the microfiber sock liner. And it is, nope, it's Dream Cell. They fooled me. I saw the white and I thought it was polyurethane. It's the white Dream Cell. That's okay. I can live with Dream Cell, even though this is an OG colorway. It should have been polyurethane. I can live with it as long as it's not that fake Dream Cell, because Dream Cell is pretty comfortable. It's polyurethane based, and it's got another type of foam compound in it that makes it softer. So this is relatively comfortable. I ain't mad at the Dream Cell. And then take a look at some of the Strobel, if we can get decent lighting in there. I got such a busy background, it's hard to get everything to focus without kind of blocking out everything around me. That's not going to be an easy task. Let's look at the manufacturing date. 5/21/25 to 8/15/25. So they were assembled and put together this year. And I am super excited to have these guys. I really am. Again, if the steel tins would have not had the toe cap, I'd have those two. Because I think the steel tins look amazing. I just don't like the toe cap. I'm a no toe cap kind of guy when it comes to my Jordan 10s, which admittedly, this is my first time ever owning a pair of Jordan 10s. I did not own them in the past. I always wanted, like, during those City Pack days, they had the Charlotte ones, and when the last time the double nickels came out with the 45 on the side, boy, I really wanted those. I hope those come back around soon. Since the 10s are starting to retro, I'd love to see the double nickels come back around. I'd buy those in a heartbeat. That's my second favorite ones. The Shadows I've always thought were the dopest ones. The Shadows, the double nickels, and the linens. If we get a retro on the linens, I'm all in on those two. Let me get some double nickels and some linens. I'm good on 10s. That's the only ones I need. Steels without the toe cap would have been great, but these are fire. These are fire. I've got some light gray camo joggers on, which you've seen already. I'm excited to get these on feet. I have never put a pair of Jordan 10s on my feet in my life. So this is going to be a new experience for me. I can't wait to check these out with the toe down view. So thank you for checking out the video. I'm so glad these finally made it in. I was able to get them for the $215 retail instead of having to pay resale. Because I actually bought them from somewhere else. And when I finally got a Shoe Palace rep on the phone, I was like, so I can cancel that other order. He's like, well, sir, if you want, we can cancel this one and refund you. I said, no. I paid over retail for the other order. I'd rather keep this order where I paid retail with you guys. So I was able to cancel that, thankfully. Because, I mean, I didn't pay a ton over. I paid like $30-$40 over retail. But still, I don't want to pay over if I ain't got to. I'd rather pay $215, right? So thank you guys for checking out the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you leave. See you on the next one.